Okay, this little table we just got from one of my favorite church thrift stores, and it was a really good deal. But the reason why was because all of these pieces were taped together and off the table, and my husband had to glue all of them back in. They were basically came apart at all the joints. So he re-glued it, and it's got a cute little tray that sits on top that's removable with glass. So I have actually, after the repairs, we sprayed it with shellac because I felt like it would probably be a bleeder. And then we also sprayed it with a white primer. So now I'm putting on white chalk paint to finish it, and it may take 2 coats to do that. But then I'm planning on just distressing it, sealing it, distressing it, and then putting some wax on it. So I think it's going to be really pretty though when it's done. I love the all the molding and engraving on it. It's really pretty. And I'm using kind of a smaller brush that I like to use on pieces that have a lot of details. It's the big chalk paint brushes are nice when you've got more flat pieces or big areas, but this one has just got so much details that it'll be good to use this brush to get into all the little cracks. And I am using my Behr's homemade chalk paint with a calcium carbonate in it on this. And then when I'm done painting this and it dries good, I'll put on a coat of water-based sealer. And I'll use actually a flat. And then when that dries, I will distress it, and then I will wax it. And I actually already painted this with one layer when it was upside down before I turned it over, because I can really get into a lot of places good that way, and then you don't miss a lot of spots. This is the little tray that sits on top, and I have painted the bottom of it already, but it sits on top of the tray just like this, or the table. And it's in the same shape, and it's got glass. So I did newspaper on the glass so that it wouldn't get painted. Although I'll probably still have to use a razor blade on it because it's almost impossible to paint something like this with a mirror or glass and not get some paint on the glass or mirror. So, but I figured this would keep out most of it. Okay, this is dry, so I'm getting ready to seal it, and I've seal coated the bottom part upside down, but now I'm going to do the top and the outside part, and I'm using Varathane water-based sealer in a matte, or sometimes they're called flat, but this one I believe is called matte, crystal clear finish. And after this dries good, I'll be able to put my wax on, or distress it and then put the wax on. And I may use some gray wax on it to highlight the details. We'll see how it looks after I distress it. I have sealed this piece with water-based polyurethane, and I think I used the Varathane brand in a flat, crystal clear flat finish. And I'm gonna just sand this now on the edges to distress it, and then I'll brush it off and put a clear coat of wax on it. I've got this sanded and brushed off, and I'm going to use this Debbie's Design Diary wax in the clear. And the reason why you want to use this if you distress it like this anyway, is because you really need to seal the wood that it exposes so that it's protected. And what I do usually is I put this on and brush it in pretty good, and then I wipe off the excess. And then if you wait overnight, you can come back with a dry cloth and buff it, so if you want it to be shiny. But I don't really necessarily care if it's shiny. So I'm just wiping off the excess here.